What is one thing you want to do before you die? Befriend a crow and trade snacks for shiny things. Befriend a Polish cow. It will trade you cocaine for money. I just want to go somewhere that it is dark enough to see the night sky like our ancestors did. I want to through hike the Appalachian Trail. Hey, this is what I came to say. I've started my journey. Kind of. I just bought damn near all the gear to just get into backpacking, and I'm going to go as much as possible throughout 2021 to practice and hone my packing list for the trail, and then try for it in 2022. Exclamation mark. Exclamation mark. You got this. Go go go. Exclamation mark. Exclamation mark. What kind of things does one need to buy to prep for a journey like that? If giraffes can swim, it'd be pretty cool to swim with a giraffe. See the northern lights. Aurora borealis. Aurora borealis. Look in the mirror and smile out of genuine love for myself and my body. Feel like the happiest person on earth. I hope that you find everlasting happiness. Marry my best friend. I also choose this guy's best friend. I want to see the pyramids in Egypt among other destinations. I went to go visit the pyramids in Cairo. What an amazing 3 days. It's truly another world there. People were friendly and interested to meet you. Walking the back streets of Cairo at night. Discovering tasty street food outlets and playing street football with the local kids. That's an all-time life highlight of mine right there, and I did it alone. Highly recommended. Go to space and look down at the earth. I have been wanting to visit the ice ever since reading a few astronaut memoirs earlier this year. It'll never happen though. Not unless I win the Powerball in the next few years. Guess I'll have to settle for publishing the book I wrote. Edit. A lot of you are asking about which memoirs I'd recommend. And it's too much to reply to every single comment. I was not expecting this to blow up like it did. So I'll say it here. Scott Keller's Endurance is far and away the best. But Chris Hadfield's book is great, too. I'm sure there are more I haven't gotten to yet. Also, about that book, since that's getting asked about a lot too, it's about 4 5th graders who meet at recess. They're all dealing with their own issues and write about them in their journals. It's told in journal entries. They learn to come together eventually, and there's a bit of a mystery a little later in the story. Give an elephant a bath. I'd have a big bubbly scrub brush, and we could take turns squirting each other. Edit. Some of you need some help. Haha. I would have a hose, and he has a trunk. It's about a bath, not your dirty thoughts. Based on the part, take turns squirting each other. I can only assume you are also an elephant. So neat to see an intelligent elephant, like you using Reddit. To fall in love with someone who loves me at the same time. I've never had that. I've never been in love with someone while they were in love with me, and when I didn't have the courage to do anything about it. I've always missed my window, and I don't want to miss it again. I'm scared as hell, but I'll best my heart and soul for it. I want this so badly too. I've never been in any relationship of any kind. Being loved must be one hell of a drug. We'll get there. We'll get there. It really is one hell of a drug, and if it's toxic love, you will definitely act and feel like a drug addict. Lol. I just want to make a finished movie before I die. Good or bad, it doesn't matter. I just want to stop talking and start doing. I want to walk on the surface of Mars, or along the bottom of the ocean. Lol. I'm ducking, terrified of what dwells in the ocean, and try as I might. There's no getting over that fear. So that'll be a nope from me. Good sir. I want to touch a tiger's toe beans, or some other big cat. Man, you might be able to do that before you die. Like, just before. Good luck. Godspeed, and best wishes. You can go skydiving without a parachute only once. I want to get wasted with all my friends at like 80 and party like we're in college again. Edit. Look, most people in my family live to their late 80s to early 90s, and I take pretty good care of myself now, so unless something horrible happens, I think I'll still be alive at 80. If the party kills me, then what a way to go, and I hope that story gets told at my funeral. Publish my novel. Swim with a blue whale. Swim with a whale shark. I'm surprised to see the northern lights come up so frequently, while I have seen them at a distance several times. I was very fortunate one time to almost be in the northern lights. I was sitting on the dark shore of Lake Superior almost near Canada one night looking for falling stars when I noticed that there were streaks of light moving from left to right across the sky. Then they appeared to come down until they were like literally feet from my face and moved back up. If I had not known that it was the northern lights, I would have thought I was hallucinating. It was a full-on light show for more than an hour. I hope that those who want to see this get the opportunity someday. Previously when I had seen them, they were like shimmering curtains in the sky in the far distance. This time it was like I was inside it. Just a tip for all the northern lights seekers. Take a trip to Fairbanks, Alaska in February. Stay a week. You're basically guaranteed to see them. Fairbanks is a regular ass American city. Although it is brutally cold, it's not some far off unreachable wilderness. And it's cheaper than you think to fly there. Get the Alaska Airlines visa and collect the initial rewards bonus. Boom. You're all set. The northern lights are a must see if you haven't seen them. Go to Fairbanks. Grab some local beer or visit the dispensary and see them before you die. Drink gasoline so the cremation will cause a problem. How chaotic. Love that for you. I want to travel to Hungary. It's where my grandfather is from. He's 90 now and came to the US as a young man. I'd love to see the land he grew up in. I want to go sit in a chair on an empty beach, alone, and spend a few hours drinking my favorite whiskey and watching the sunset, all by myself. No phone, no one else around. Just watch the tide as the sun fades over the horizon. Do it this weekend then. Leave some sort of positive change in the world. Tomorrow do a good deed and you've completed your wish. We all strive for greatness, but greatness is so hard to achieve. Instead start small and see what unveils itself. Buy someone a coffee next time you go to the drive-thru. You never know what kind of day they've had. Pay a coworker a compliment. Every tiny action has the possibility to snowball into a tremendous act, and if we don't take those tiny chances we will never know the greatness we are capable of. And even if we never achieve greatness in a singular action, the culmination of our small gestures may just amount to greatness. I have this goal of becoming a millionaire, so I can help every poor/struggling person I know. I have family in Yemen now, and they're barely surviving. It gets depressing the more I think of it. I want to change at least one person's life. That's my goal too. Except I will use most of the money to campaign against companies that have bad practices, like Nestle and Monsanto. I think you need to be a billionaire to do that. I don't think millions will cut it. Visit Senegal, to the place where many African slaves were shipped off generations ago. I don't know anything about my African ancestry, and my dad and I used to talk about going together to have a bit of a full circle moment and see where our ancestors started the journey that led to us. My dad died this year and he never got to go, so I'd like to go for both of us. When you do go, I highly recommend taking the ferry from Dakar out to the island of Gore. It has some really powerful historical relics showing the horrors of the transatlantic slave trade and is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. It's also a beautiful island. Be remembered after my death in a positive, genuine way. I would like to travel to some places before I die. Ireland, Scotland, England, Italy, France, and Japan. Edit. For my reasons. Much of my ancestry comes from those specific European countries, and all of the listed countries have such incredibly rich histories. Ireland is a gorgeous country, and the people are the most down to earth, cool people I've ever met, at least in the countryside. Seriously. I would want to conquer my fear of heights. Might as well do something to make me proud of myself before I die. I want to know true love. Not dying alone would be a lot of fun, I think. Shoot a tank with a tank. No idea where you are, but there's guys in Texas at a place called Drive Tanks. You can't shoot a tank with a tank, but you can shoot RVs or larger vehicles with a number of tanks from many time periods. This is the most American thing I've read. Get an extra life. Kiss someone. I've never had my first kiss. This could be taken different directions based on age. Build a house, paint a self-portrait. See the Pacific Ocean. Just splash in it a little bit. Also bioluminescence would be a thrill for me to see in person. Lose my virginity. Help unfortunate people and put a smile on their faces. One thing. Well, that's a real difficult one. I have a ton of aspirations that I can't see myself dying without achieving. But if I had to narrow it down to one, I'd say look back and see, hey, I made it. That I accomplished my dreams. That people are sharing my work and have taken inspiration from me. That I've made a change. Inspired people, that kind of stuff. I smile every time I imagine the moment. This is amazing. Thank you. It certainly brought a smile to my face right now. I too wish to change the world, inspire people, and be a good person to everyone that I can. Confront my abuser and see him behind bars. Feel like I belong. Make a pancake without burning it. Turn the heat down. Medium heat. Lots of butter. Take your time and make them small. As soon as you start seeing bubbles in the batter, flip them and let them sit another 30 seconds or so. This may be sort of cliche, but I wanna be famous. PLS, don't ruin this for me in replies. I've always wanted to get my pilot's license. Pay off every bill/debt that my immediate family/friends have. Try skydiving. Visit Japan. Make my own feature film that will go down in history of my home country. Somehow improve or greatly impact the film industry of my country. Yeah. And find true love. Try DMT and find some sort of evidence of life after death. Find someone who loves me. Make it to 85 years old. Buying my mom her dream house and car. You know what I can cross off that list? Getting my black belt. I received it an hour ago. I want to get yelled at by Gordon Ramsay. Own a dog. Save a life. I may have already, but who knows? Teacher for 40 years. Go on safari. Delete my Chrome history. Help the poor and needy. Please click subscribe if you enjoyed this video.